Salut, привет, konnichiwa. Welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in this wonderful discussion, talking about the three kinds of methods or the three kinds of systems or mindset that we have in this world, right? That people apply in business, that people apply in education, and several aspects of life, even including church. Okay, now let's see this story from the Bible. It said, and the boys grew. This is talking about Esau and Jacob, right? They were twins. That means that they were born in the same generation. They were born by the same parents, in the same environment, and then they were twins. Since they are twins, that means that they are the same age. So that means that they are in the same generation. So Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and then Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. This verse talking about two different kinds of systems, two different kinds of people. We have two different kinds, two major systems in this world. We have the hunter system, and we have the plain man or the farmer system. So if you could read further in the book of Genesis, read this verse, it says that Jacob was a keeper and a feeder of flock. That means that he was a form of a farmer, he was a form of a shepherd, right? He was keeping flock, he was feeding flock. So that means that there are two different kinds of people here. Esau was a hunter, a very cunning hunter. He is cunning. Cunning means that he's very, very skillful. But Jacob was a farmer, right? So that means that there are two different kinds of systems. You have the hunter's system or the hunter's mindset or the hunter's method of doing activities, and you have the farmer's method or the shepherd method of working. So both of them are very, very useful. They have the advantages, they have the disadvantages. Now let's learn furthermore. So in the olden days, in the ancient times, people were not when we're not that much. Most people were hunters and then most people were gatherers. So they'll go into the bush, into the wild, into the forest to find animals, to hunt for animals, to find their food, to go and gather fruits from the wild. And then they'll bring it and then they eat it. That was how they were doing every day. And it was a very tedious work. But as the population began to increase, as civilization began to expand, that method was not enough. We needed to find another method of getting constant, predictable amount of food. Because if you're a hunter, anytime you go into hunting is not an easy job. It's very, very difficult. I don't know. When we were children, we used to see people hunting. They go into the bush, they can go throughout the whole day, and then they come back with only one meal, only one animal, which is a very, very difficult job to do, right? It's not an easy job and it's not predictable. You can go and then the whole day you not get anything. So as population increase, we needed to find a constant method of getting food. So we discovered a new technology called agriculture, which is part of, and then farming, right, which is part of agriculture. So with farming, we don't go into the field to go and find animals. We don't go into the bush to go and gather plants and all those stuff. We rather created an environment, right? We created a field, created a farm, whereby we will be able to grow our own food, be able to rear our own animal. And this was a very better method. This thing is still happening today. So in this currently, there are also the same method happening. So there are people that start business from scratch. And I know that they don't start business from scratch. They rather go and recruit. They rather go and buy business that are already growing up. That is just like the hunting method. So if you check all those big companies like Google, like Facebook, like all those companies, they look for companies that have been started from scratch that are thriving, and then they go and buy them, right? They go and hunt them. So it's like they call it in business. There's something they call that if you can't compete with them, you buy them, right? If you can't compete with a company and you have a lot of money, you just acquire them from a company. So that is the hunter and gatherer method or system of working. Then you also have the farming system. So now let's go deeper. So that means that there are two different systems in this world. We have those that are operating with the hunter's method or the hunter's system or mindset. Then we have those that are operating with the farmer's mindset or the shepherd's mindset. So which method are you operating? So the hunter's method is more like a consumer mindset, right? He goes out to find stuff. So his method is he goes to find new stuff. He doesn't create new stuff. He rather goes to find new stuff. He goes into the wild, into the forest, into the bush, into any places to find something that God has already created, that nature has already groomed. Because a farmer doesn't cater for the animals. All he does is to go set traps to capture those animals that God has used nature to create, to groom, to raise up, to grow. That is what a farmer's method is. That is what a hunter's method does. So in business it's like that. There are people that they go out to recruit new people. They go out to see new customers, to go and get out new clients. In church it's also like that. There are churches that are very, very evangelistic in this aspect. They are using the hunter's method of evangelism, in which they go out every day, just like Jehovah's Witnesses or the Latter-day Saints or some charismatic churches. They go out every day to search for people, to recruit new people, to win souls by converting them. And then that is all. They just go out every day, they talk to the people. If they even believe, they bring them. That is a hunter's method of evangelism, which is being used today and in business too. It is very good. They are usually recruited. They have good communication skills. They know how to sell you. They can sell you to the point that you follow them, just like how a hunter does. A hunter can set very, very powerful traps to be able to trap an animal and then be able to capture that animal and bring that animal. And then it's mostly like a consumer, because you are not producing anything, you are just setting traps to consume like that. Just like ESO, right? That is the ESO system, that is the hunter's method, the hunter system. It is very effective, but it's not efficient. The reason it's effective that you'll be able to get, it's just like as like in business, whereby you go in and acquire a company. You are not starting from scratch. So it's an effective method. You're not starting from scratch. You're able to get a lot without doing anything. You don't do much work. All that you invest your energy to be able to capture the animal, then you get the whole food. But it's not predictable. It's unpredictable. And it's a limited asset. What do I mean by that? Your only asset is yourself. Your only asset is your energy. You don't have a system that keeps on getting you things every day. Your only asset is yourself. You are the, just like the Bible said that Esau was a cunning hunter. His only asset he had was his cunningness, his skillfulness. He was able to capture animals, able to set traps. That is your only asset. And it's very, very dangerous. It's good to be a hunter, to apply this method in business, to get new stuff, to find new stuff. But that is not the best method. The next method is the farmer method. The farmer does not find new stuff, he rather create new stuff. What do I mean by that? He doesn't go out to the bush. Yes, sometimes he can do that, but when he goes out to the bush, he gets those animals, then he create a field, he create a farm, and he create an environment suitable to allow the animals, to allow the plants to grow. So the hunter goes into the environment that has already been created and then find animals. What the farmer does is the opposite. He rather create an environment that is suitable for the animals. He create an environment that is suitable that is comfortable for the plant, comfortable for the animal, which is very, very good. So in churches, there are churches like that. So in days like churches like Catholic churches or maybe Baptist churches or any other churches, those Orthodox churches, what they do was that when they convert people, they make sure that they train them very well. You go to catechism, you go to schools, Bible, Sunday school, they are trained to the point that you are groomed to the point that you stay in the church, you don't go anywhere. You stay in the church and then you give birth. So when you give birth in the church, you get a new member, right? You get a new member like that. So that is the farmer's method of evangelism, which is also good. It's having its advantage. So the farmer is a groomer, he's not a recruiter. He creates new stuff, he's a producer, and it's a very nice method of activity or business. So in business, you should always concentrate on not just a hunter, finding new people, finding new customers, new clients. When you find those new clients, don't squander them, don't eat them, don't just chop them away. Grow them, groom them, create an environment suitable to make it comfortable for them, that the animals that you have trapped will not go away, rather they will stay, feel comfortable, and then bring new converts, bring new people. And the farmer's method or the farmer's mindset system is a very efficient method, because you're able to create a system, you're able to create an environment, a field, a farm, that no matter what you do, whether it rains or it shines, whether you are tired or you're not tired, whether you are sick or you're not sick, you are able to have something that you can get, right? It's an efficient method, it's predictable. So for example, a farmer would spend time, it's not easy to start with, but it's difficult, but at the end it pays off. A farmer will spend all his energy to build a farm, to build an environment very good for the plants. He water it every day, and then he may be tired, but at the end he's certain that at the end he's going to get his food. But if a hunter is not like that, you can go and chase animals up and down, but you don't get any food. So the farmer's method is very, very useful and very, very powerful. And a farmer's method or a farmer's system is, you have multiple assets. Your number one asset is yourself, right? That is yourself, just like the hunter. That is, a hunter is also having his number one asset as himself, is his skillfulness. Then the next asset for the farmer is his field. So it's not only just yourself, it's rather your field, the business you have established, the environment you have created is your next asset. Then the third asset you have is the animals you are rearing, the customers you have groomed. They are now your next asset. So that means that a farmer is having three assets, but a hunter's method is only having only one asset, that is himself. Because if you are weak, you may not be able to get it. Well, but for the farmer, you have yourself, you have your farm or your field, you have your environment you have created, and then you have the animals that are going to be there to keep on giving birth for you. Right? I hope you understand. So that is, when it comes to business, you should always be thinking about applying these two methods. Don't just apply only the hunter's method. Don't just be going out to recruit new people, to be finding new customers. If you're a pastor, don't just be always going out to preach to people. You should preach to people, convert them, and then when they come, groom them, grow them, make them efficient. Combine the two of them, combine the hunter's method and the farmer's method in business, in medicine, in any aspect of your life. You should not only just be a hunter. finding new stuff. You should find new stuff, and you should also create new stuff. You should recruit, and you should also grow. You should consume, yes, but also produce more. You should not only just be effective, you should also be efficient. You should create system that makes your work easier, that makes it predictable for you to get an outcome. And you should have multiple assets. You should have your own skills, keep on increasing your skills, keep on creating an environment or a product or a service that keep on producing new stuff for you. So by doing this, you'll be the best. So that is the best method to combine both the hunter and the farmer's mindset method. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope you have learned a lot. And see you operating at your best. See you becoming not just a hunter, but both a hunter and a farmer in your business, in your life, in every aspect of life. Thank you and stay blessed.